This is the Grassroots Education and Entertainment Network, your number one source of information, education, and entertainment. For honest, responsible, and dependable information, we stand supreme. To stay focused, inspired, and relaxed, choose green.
Herbal, and welcome to the IFA, to the traditional herbal health show. I would start off with the usual IBA. Ope ni fun olorun, Iba oludumare, Oba ajiki, Mojiloni, Morogun meriaye, Iba ila orun, Iba iwo orun, Iba ariwa, Iba gusu, Iba Oba igbalie, Iba orun oke, Iba baba, Iba yeye, Iba atiwo orun, Ibashe igungun kiki igungun, Ibashe ori, ori inu, Ipori atiwo orun, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. All right. Today on the traditional herbal health show, we are going to discuss a couple of herbs that are quite popularly used in North America. All right. And the document we're going to use to read from this week is none other than a book by Karen C. Hendry that is entitled Dr. Sebi's Approved Herbs. And what we will do is we will read the description that is given for several of the popular herbs that were used by Dr. Sebi in his various programs and regimen for curing many diseases that were considered to be incurable. All right. So, I mean, for viewers who have followed up Dr. Sebi, you will have a clear idea on a lot of the works that he performed using herbs. All right. I think the name of his organization was ORI, and that ORI was an acronym for Ogun Research Institute. All right. Now, the first herb that is mentioned in the list is a herb that grows in the oceans. All right. In the Caribbean here, we refer to this herb as sea moss. It is actually a herb that grows on the rock in the sea. All right. And what happens is when the tides are low, persons would walk out on the rocks and just simply pick the herb off of the rock. All right. This was one of the herbs that Dr. Sebi promoted quite ardently. All right. Because of the benefits that are ascribed to it. All right. So I'm first going to read the overview. This herb is a nutritious sea vegetable with healing abilities. Irish sea moss has many other names, such as Chondrus crispus and Carrageen moss. All right. This amazing sea vegetable is usually grown in the Irish coast, giving it the name Irish sea moss. This herb can also be found abundantly in North America and the Atlantic coast of Europe. Its color ranges from dark purple to purplish brown, from green to yellow. All right, I think the variety that we have in the Caribbean tend to be mainly dark purple. And when it is processed, it gets the brownish yellowish color. All right, now I'm going to read the second section that deals with the uses of Irish sea moss. Irish sea moss is tremendously valuable to our health as it contains 92 of the 100 minerals present in our body. All right, that's really an amazing piece of information. All right, it contains 92 of the 100 minerals present in our body. All right, so what we're looking at there is an ideal food or food substitute because of the variety of minerals that it possesses. Now, this section goes on to say that's why the Irish rely on it to avert hunger and protect their health. Remember that this does not mean that this herb is edible as it is coming straight from the sea with a hard and rubbery texture. You must first simmer it and then consume it in the form of soup or smoothie. All right, but everybody in the Caribbean knows about sea moss and Irish moss and how it is prepared. Now, the health benefits of Irish sea moss. This herb is extraordinary in terms of its nutritional profile. It contains zero point 0.1 milligram of copper, 144 milligram of magnesium, 8.9 milligrams of iron, 157 milligrams of phosphorus, zero point 0.5 milligrams of riboflavin. Also, it contains many other unique compounds such as manganese, zinc, and calcium. Other benefits of Irish sea moss. Irish sea moss contains many other health benefits. For example, due to its anti inflammatory properties, it is perfect for skin, wounds, and pain. In addition, it stimulates our emotional health, prevents cold and flu symptoms, calms the digestive tract, improves mental performance, and strengthens the connective tissues. Okay, it's anti inflammatory, antiviral, antimicrobial, and a detoxifying agent. It suppresses the appetite, supports emotional health, accelerates recovery from joint injuries, improves mental functioning, and strengthens the connective tissues, treats sore throat and chest coughs. All right, so folks, don't be upset when the men run down the sea moss by the punch man. It is a very, very nutritional ingredient for a punch. All right. It also provides quite a few benefits. All right. So it's worthwhile to drink a sea moss punch frequently. All right. Or to use sea moss in soups or broths as part of the preparation ingredients. All right. Now I'm going to move on now to a second herb that is listed as one of the herbs that were used quite a bit by Dr. Sebi. This second herb is called in North America lily of the valley. All right, the overview reads: being one of Dr. Sebi's herbs, lily of the valley is a flowering plant that belongs to the asparagus family. It flowers in late spring and it's common in the northern hemisphere, Europe, and Asia. Herbalists call it names like Mary's Tears and May Bells. Since it has a different appearance and it is exceptional, Lily of the Valley has leaves that are upright and have a glossy green color. They can reach a length of about 9 inches with a width of 4 inches. In addition, the bell shaped flowers have a diameter of 5 to 10 millimeters. They have perfumed petals that make it very hypnotic. Apparently, this is a very beautiful plant. Because of its sweet scent, it is linked with humility, happiness, and the vision of a better world. This is why it plays a vital role in mythological stories always. All right. Now, for people who are ardent Bible readers, they would have heard the term lily of the valley being used somewhere in the Bible. All right. Now, this is its uses and precautions. The properties of lily of the valley are quite many. It is antispasmodic, sedative, emetic, diuretic, and laxative. In addition, the effect of this herb is steadier, thus, it is not toxic to the kidney. However, if you exceed the dosage or use it for an extended period, you may experience some detrimental side effects. For this reason, herbalists usually do not recommend the use of lily of the valley during pregnancy or lactation. Also, the herbalist does not use their red berries for medicinal purpose because they are very toxic. It is only the leaves that are used in the treatment of disease. Probably for these reasons, experts tag lily of the valley a restricted herb. Therefore, it should only be used under the supervision of a competent herbalist. And with this being said, I would also now make the disclaimer and explain that the program is intended for informational purposes only, and that persons who are hearing about these herbs and are interested in using them, we would discourage you from doing that. What we would encourage you to do is to visit a qualified herbalist and let them make the necessary recommendations as well as guide you along the lines of how the herbs is used and what dosages are required for particular herbs. All right? And I'm going to continue reading now. Other benefits of lily of the valley: it's antispasmodic, it is sedative, it is laxative, it is diuretic, and it's also an emetic. It also eases mental problems, lessens chest pains caused by spasms, treats congestive heart failures, breaks kidney stones, it treats urinary tract infection, and reduces swelling and keeps digestion healthy. All right. I am just going to read one more of Dr. Sebi's popular selected herbs. This one is called bladderwrack. Now, I think bladderwrack is somehow also related to the sea moss or the seaweed or the Irish moss plant. All right, this is also another type of seaweed. All right, I do not know if this particular sea vegetable grows quite a bit in the Caribbean, but I do know it is very commonly used in North America and it is also found there. All right, so I'm going to read now the overview. Bladderwrack is a type of seaweed that is very common, known as Fucus vesiculosus. It thrives in different regions of the ocean, especially on the coast of North America. The thallus, its thick stem, contains pods filled with air that helps the seaweed rise to the surface of the ocean. The thallus is the most beneficial part of bladderwrack and offers several health benefits to humans. Now, I do not know if bladderwrack is the herb that has congested Manzanilla Beach, but if it is, I mean, we can investigate it. And if it is, then that might be a blessing in disguise. Because, I mean, to most of us, it's a distress. We cannot even go to the beach in Manzan and take a little salt water, you know? But if it turns out to be bladderwrack, that might really be a blessing. All right, so let me continue reading. The uses of bladderwrack herb. Despite the fact that bladderwrack has been used in alternative medicine for several years, its demand just increased recently. It is mostly used as a herbal supplement as well as being included in the nutritional diet by Dr. Sebi. It has a high content of potassium, mucus, iodine, and other organic compounds. In fact, it is the prime source of iodine and it is very rich in this mineral. Now, the health benefits of bladderwrack. The many benefits of bladderwrack include better vision, weight loss, anti-aging, boosting the health of the heart, thyroid's improvement, and improving a woman's health, and more. All right, I suspect most of these things that they spoke about are because of the presence, the high presence of iodine in the bladderwrack. All right, don't forget that bladderwrack is included in several of Dr. Sebi's products, as well as practices, including the bromide plus mix. All right. Now, I had planned to read two, but we still have a little time. So I'm going to include one more herb. So we would have done three herbs for this week: Irish moss or sea moss. And then we just finished bladderwrack. And now we are going to read about a herb that is called Santa Maria. Santa Maria is native to South America, Central America, and Mexico. It can even be found in Australia, India, and some parts of Africa. Santa Maria is a flowering herb that belongs to the aster family or Asteraceae, also known as the white top weed or Parthenium hysterophorus, farming weed, and gajargans. Okay, well, I guess the gajargans would probably be the Ayurvedic or the name known in India. All right, Santa Maria leaves look relatively simple. Some have teeth on the edge while others don't. The flowers are 4 to 5 millimeters in width and comes in a white or yellow color. All right, folks, the Parthenium plant in Trinidad is known as whitehead broom. Okay, so this particular plant that we are talking about is related to the whitehead broom. All right, let me continue reading. Um, in certain regions where they have the required temperature, this herb grows enormously and affects the production of other crops. In other words, they are saying it's an invasive species. All right. This makes Santa Maria the most dreaded herb on earth, mostly for farmers. This herb affects their livestock as well as causes many problems for them. Okay, I just want to point this out before I continue reading. The effect that herbs have on humans, it doesn't have always the same effect on animals. So some herbs that we may use for medicine, if animals consume those same herbs, it would kill them. All right. So it seemed that this particular herb seemed to have an ill effect on animals. All right. Uses of Santa Maria herb. This herb has been used for centuries to treat constipation and fever. Our ancestors have also used it for varieties of other illnesses like vertigo, depression, and kidney stones. Dr. Sebi also recommends this herb extract to treat pain as well as wounds. All right. The health benefits of Santa Maria. Recent studies show that this herb still holds many health benefits. Santa Maria is rich in minerals and vitamins and contain many other vital components such as sesquiterpenes, lactones, sesquiterpenes, which is camphor, and volatile oils. These properties help this herb to treat problems such as anxiety, arthritis, stress, migraines, inflammation, blood pressure, and blood clots. All right. I do know that the whitehead broom is used as a poultice, right, in women who have delivered babies, as well as for women whose uterus is out of place. All right. Let me go back to reading. If you have heart problems, Santa Maria will help you. It reduces the risk of having arteriosclerosis, stroke, and heart attack. In fact, it reduces the production of prostaglandins that causes serious cardiovascular problems. Remember that this is not a perfect herb, but because some side effects can also cause respiratory and dermatitis problems in humans, its advantage, however, always outweighs its disadvantage. They are beneficial to many uncontrollable illnesses. Other benefits of Santa Maria includes it treats cough, it cures joint pains and migraine, lessen painful menstruation and arthritis pain, cures hair fall and respiratory problems, used in treatment of fever and cancer, cures appetite issues and dermatitis, cures blood clot, used to lessen stress and anxiety, cures inflammation, bruises and swelling, used to used in the treatment of breathing difficulties, blood pressure, and headache. All right, so that would be the reading today from Dr. Sebi Approved Herbs by Karen C. Hendry. All right, at this stage, what I'm going to do is what I do each week. I'm going to let you know of educational opportunities that are available for persons who are interested in studying things related to Ifa Orisha or things related to African indigenous tradition. We have an organization or a group called the African Indigenous Tradition Community, and we have classes every Tuesday, Ifa Orisha classes at 5 p.m. at the Barataria Community Center. This is on 6th Avenue, opposite the recreation ground. All right. We have a list also of classes as well as virtual activities. All right. These lectures, of course, are every Sunday, right? Normally we try to start at 5 p.m., but sometimes we start later, or sometimes we run beyond the half an hour. Also on a Wednesday, we have the IFA Bemero show at 5:30 p.m. And on a Friday, we have the IFA Orisha community discussion at 6:30 p.m. We also offer virtual classes in astrology every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. And we also have virtual classes in etymology on a Friday at 5 p.m. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you exactly where on Facebook as well as on YouTube you could actually view these streams as well as similar streams. All right. We are on the IFA Orisha Tradition Discussion Group. We're also on the IFA Community Congress. We're also on the IFA Orisha Institute of Sacred and Divine Sciences. We are on the Traditional Herbal Health Network International. We are on the African Indigenous Tradition Community. We are on the Orisha Baptist Small and Medium Business Alliance. We are also on the Orisha Baptist Teaching Moments. We are on the Grassroots Education and Entertainment Network. We are on the IFA Orisha Tradition Teaching Group. We're also on the Ifa Bemero home of Ifa Orisha Tradition. We are also on Ianti's Diasporic Ventia. All right. Beside all of these Facebook platforms, we are also on YouTube on the Ifa Bemero home of Ifa Orisha Tradition. All right. Now, folks, with that, I would like to encourage you to like, to share, as well as to subscribe. At the end of this video or any video from the Grassroots Entertainment and Education Network, you would see another video showing up at the end of the video. Please view those also, and we would stay in providing information for you. Remember, we are a non-sponsored, non-commercial network. All our shows are voluntary. We provide you with the information that you need. Feel free to ask any question you like. Place your comments or your questions in the comment box where we would respond to them as soon as we could. All right, with that, I would like to say Odabor and see you next week.